落ち着けよ。クラマ。
The Kitsune is one of Japan's most fascinating supernatural beings. The word Kitsune literally means fox in Japanese. The Kitsune is far from ordinary. It's a shape-shifting spirit capable of incredible feats of magic and deception. These spirits are deeply rooted into Japanese Shinto beliefs, where foxes are considered messengers of Inari, the deity of rice, fertility, and prosperity. The earliest written records of the Kitsune date back to the 8th century. In works like the Nihon Shoki and Kojiki, over time, these fox spirits begin to appear in countless stories, poems, and plays, embodying both playfulness as well as malice. So Inari's Kitsune, Inari being the god of what I just said, rice, fertility, all this kind of stuff, he has Kitsune. His Kitsune are looked upon as something peaceful and something that comes with peace, but it's also a protector of things that are valid to it. But the Yoko, which is the wild version of a Kitsune, are said to just love chaos and just love bringing pain to people, which is kind of sadistic if you ask me. Anyways, moving on. Throughout history, there have been countless accounts of people claiming to encounter a Kitsune. These stories often feature the spirit's signature ability, transformation. It is often seen changing into an old man or woman. One famous tale is Tamama no Mei, a story from the Heian period. Tamama no Mei was a courtesan renewed for her beauty and intelligence. She was discovered to be a 9-tailed kitsune when her presence caused illness in the emperor. In the Kuzunaha tale, there's this story about this fox who turns into a woman and marries a man, and eventually has a child with this man. However, she reveals her true form, showing that she's not who she says she is, and then she just hightails it to the woods because she can. She's one with nature, who can tell her no. So in the Edo period, kitsune were usually reported being seen where foxes were most likely seen, which is farms or areas that have a lot of fox population. So how the whole supernatural thing started with farmers was because the foxes always seemed to outsmart the farmers. So because the foxes were so good at outsmarting the farmers, we label them as supernatural because we cannot explain why they keep getting away with stuff like this. It's just so funny to think about. The Edo period, you have like samurai head guys with like their bald in the middle of their hair with the ponytail, and they're telling you that this mysterious fox is a witch. Sort of like the witch drama. You keep coming back. So if you're looking for the kitsune, or if you're looking for more culture about the kitsune, there are many various regions in Japan where you can actually go, including the Fushimi Inari Taisha in Kyoto. That is the most famous shrine dedicated to Inari. So for centuries, people have always been trying to discover new antidotes, new treatments, how to protect stuff. Like you see that in the Dracula vampire stories with garlic, holy water, all that kind of stuff, silver bullets with werewolves and all that kind of stuff. So one famous method that these people used to do to get rid of the kitsune or try to drive them off their land was to have an item made out of fox fur. So kitsune, back in the day, the legends, these kitsune are said to be wary of themselves or even try to avoid themselves. So if you have something containing fox fur, it is said you are more likely to not be spotted by a kitsune or spot. Salt is a common symbol of Shinto purification in that way of getting rid of a kitsune. So people would sprinkle salt around their homes or wear amulets containing salt. It's basically like that one scene in Hocus Pocus where they use the salt and like make a circle and you can't leave or else the witches will get you. It's basically something like that. If you wear salt in Shinto beliefs, you will not get caught or tricked by this kitsune. I guess I was like in my emo, like very deep in my emo phase back in the day, and I started reading The Vampire Diaries. And out of all the things to throw in, they decided to add a kitsune. I get it, okay? The Romanians, the OG vampires, you know, they're kind of close to Japan, but hear me out. How does vampires based in America have anything to do with a kitsune in Japan? The whole foxfire thing is also so dope, dude. Like, I can just imagine a fox with multiple tails, not kurama, but nice thinking, but like an actual like white fox with the red markings and the flowing fur, and just like right behind it, it's like smoke bombs. But going back to the earlier part of this video, do you think the guy who had like the child with the female kitsune, do you think he later regretted it in life? Could you imagine like today what would happen if you abandoned your wife because she was an evil shape-shifting fox mythological creature? The stares, just like eyes glaring at you. It's her best friend too. Meanwhile, your family is handing you money just to get rid of her. It's not like because she's a demon, it's because they really just don't like her. My gosh, do you really think that's what happened? He just got so sick and tired of her, so like he threw her to the big bad wolf? Or was it the husband's mom the problem? That's so hilarious.
Woman, you're way too close!
You see a weird looking dog thing in the water? What do? The only reasonable choice that these people chose to do. Jump in and f***ing. So this is where Florida's origin story began, I want to believe. Like, all these crazy people are actually just hybrids from the day, like, some guy named Sir Isaac Boomhauer jumped in and gave a little, like, filling to a manatee's donut.